Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't know if this video is like, it's probably gonna be like really lame, but I thought it would be kind of cool to do like a what's on my phone video and like show you guys the apps I use. So, I'm just gonna do it and see how this turns out. So, I'll be showing you guys as I go through it. So the first apps I use are at the top here. It's Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And those are probably the four like social media apps I use the most. So hence why they're the top four. Then I have my camera and Snapchat because those are both like picture apps, so I thought it would be good to group them together. Then I have Facebook Messenger right under Facebook, and then the clock app, mostly because I use that for like my alarms to get up in the morning for work. Then I have Time Hop, which I love because, I don't know, it's cool to like see things that you posted like 10 years ago on Facebook. It's also like very embarrassing, but I'm the only one who can see them, so it's okay. Then I have Chase and Capital One because those are the two banks that I bank with, so, you know, gotta get on the app so you could do all your deposits and see everything, see all the money you don't have, so that's depressing. Then I have the Settings app, then I have the Calendar, the Notes app, the Mail app, and the App Store. And I feel like I use those ones like pretty frequently. I use like Notes just for like random stuff and food lists. The Calendar I feel like I just like check up on a lot. Mail, I usually like every morning when I get up, like I'll check the App Store and like see if I have any updates. And while like that's updating whatever apps I have that need to be updated, I'll like check my mail, and it's usually like all junk mail, but you know, gotta check it. Then I have my calculator app because I feel like I use that one a lot just to like add up like random things. Then I have Spotify because pretty much anytime I go like in the car and I like know I'm gonna be in there for a while, I'll like hook up my phone and just like play Spotify playlists. I feel like I have like 100. I actually don't have that many, but how many do I have? Let's see. These are my playlists. I have Golden Oldies Jukebox, which is literally like songs from like the 50s and 60s. 90s Summer Bangers, because it is currently summer, so gotta play the jams. I have Warped Tour 2019, because as you can see from my previous video, I just went to the 25th anniversary Warped Tour. So I literally put like all the bands that were going to be playing that I wanted to see like into a playlist. Mom songs, which are literally like my mom's like favorite songs. So if I'm in the car with her, I could just like put that on and I know she'll like every song. And like I like all the songs too, so it's a good time. Dazed and Confused, which is literally like the soundtrack from Dazed and Confused because it's one of my favorites. Classic road trip songs, which is like, it's like a lot of like classic rock and like oldies kind of stuff. Boy bands, which is right now literally just NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. That one's like a work in progress, I'm working on it. Bands, which is right now just Sublime and 311, so working on that one too. 90s pop rock essentials, cause favorites. Then I have two. One of them is This Is Nelly, and this is TLC, because I just love both of them, and also I'm like going to see them in like 18 days, so like 2.5 weeks, so I'm trying to like catch up on all the jams. Music from Now, which, how many songs does that have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18 songs. I don't really like a lot of music from now, hence why it's only an 18 song playlist, but there are some songs from like, you know, that have come out the past few years that I do like. Then I have one called iPod songs because I had a list on my phone of a bunch of songs that I wanted to download to my iPod, but like nobody really does that anymore. So I just like put them on a playlist on Spotify, and I kind of have to like separate them into different playlists because it's just like a bunch of like random songs. Then I have my Love Jam songs, which are basically like all songs from the 90s, just like, it's classics, it's really good. Then I have pop punk powerhouses, because that's like everything. Gotta love the pop punk, like middle school, like, you know, vibes. Then I have a jams playlist, which is like obviously all my jams that like I could listen to all the time. Then I have one called Joey Songs, which is basically like whenever my boyfriend Joey is in my car, I'll put that on because that's like all his favorite songs, which I like too, so it's like a vibe. Then I have Disney hits because why not? I also like used to work at a daycare, and like some of the teachers would like play this playlist like for 8 hours straight, just like throughout the day it would be on in the background. So I kind of like have memorized all the lyrics of like every song. Then I have A Day to Remember Complete, which is literally every album by A Day to Remember, so this one's like a fave. Then I have All Out 90s because obviously like best decade, just all the 90s jams. Then I have Top 90s Alternative because that's everything. And then my final one is Songs That Made You Lose Your Effing Mind in Middle School, which is like, think of like if you had middle school dances, and I was in middle school from like 06 to 08, so like, you know, it was like Soulja Boy, T-Pain, Flo Rida, like that type of vibe. So I love the Spotify app. I just had to like go in and tell you all my playlists. Then I have Shazam, so if I'm like riding around, and this doesn't really happen in my car because since I have SiriusXM, it like shows you like who it is and like who it's by. But if I'm in like my mom's car where it's just like, you know, like a radio station, I'll like, you know, Shazam once in a while. Then I have Safari, obviously. And I feel like I use Safari like a decent amount of times just to like look things up. Then I have Crazy Kitchen, which is like, this is what the app looks like. Wait, let's see if it'll focus. It's this one right here. It's basically like a game where you have to match like 3 of the same things in a row or more. And like in each level there's like a different task of like, oh, like break the ice, spread the frosting, like serve like 10 customers or whatever. I don't know, it's like super addicting. Like I've had this app, I feel like since I've had an iPhone, which I got my first iPhone in like 2013. And I feel like I've had this app like since then. It's just like super fun. Like some of the levels are like really easy, but some of them you'll get stuck on for like weeks at a time, like, and then it feels really good when you like beat the level. It's just a game I like to play. Then I have Google Maps because I'm really bad at directions and like never know where I'm going, so that one definitely comes in handy a lot. Then I have the Weather Channel. I feel like I had just like the basic iPhone weather app, but I don't know, like I don't have it anymore. Someone must have recommended like the Weather Channel, and then I just like got that and deleted the other one. Then I have Starbucks because I'm a gold member, so I don't really go there like that much, like as much as I used to at one point, like when I got the gold member card, which was like probably a year or 2 ago at this point. But I go like every once in a while, or if I get a notification like it's double star day or something, or if I'm just like in the mood for it, but I definitely don't go like every day. And then I have this one that's just like a lifestyle like tab where I have like a bunch of random apps. So in this one I have the Target and Macy's app because I have like their store credit cards, so I figure like, you know, if I go there and buy something, I can then pay it off. And I also have Progressive because that's what my car insurance is through. So once again, I mean, I have it set up on auto pay every month, but you know, I could just go in there and check like what's going on. Then I have the Camera Connect. Is that what it's even called? Camera Connect? Yes. And it's for my Canon camera that I have. So basically I can go on the app and my camera has like Wi-Fi, so I could basically look and like save my pictures on my phone that I took on my camera. It's pretty cool. Then I have the Fitbit app because I have a Fitbit. I have Pinterest just because I feel like I look up like a lot of recipes through there. Then I have Bitmoji because I have Bitmoji on my Snapchat. Then I have this one that I don't really use that much, but like if we go out to eat, I feel like I use it. It's called Tip Calculator. And like basically if you put in your bill and you want to tip like 15 or 20%, like it'll tell you like exactly how much to tip and like what your total would be. I'm just really bad at math, so I feel like that one comes in handy. Then I have the Dunkin' app because when I worked at a daycare center for Christmas, I got like $50 in Dunkin' gift cards, so I was like, let me get the app and just like combine all of these onto like one card. I have the YouTube app, which I never really use. Like, I don't really watch YouTube on my phone, so I don't really know why I have it, but I do. I have the news app, like the Apple News, just to like see what's going on. I have a word search app, which is, I don't use it all the time, but like once in a while I'll be like, you know, do some word search. I have Fruit Ninja, which I feel like is like so old and I feel like no one has it anymore, but like, I don't know, I have it and it's super fun. I have the Solitaire app, which I love Solitaire. It's like my favorite card game. I have the Find iPhone app, which I've only used a couple times. Like, fortunately, I'm like pretty good with like keeping track of where my iPhone is, but you know, it's definitely good to have. I have an app called Map My Ride, which is basically, I think one of the girls I work with was talking about like she uses it for like running, and I don't know if it's made for like what it was made for, but I use it for like bike riding. Like, I got a bike a couple of months ago, so anytime I go for a ride, and my brother actually told me about this app, like he has it. So basically, like if you go for like a run or go for a bike ride or like skateboarding or whatever, you can turn on this app and you hit like start workout, you go for your bike ride, whatever. It'll tell you like how many miles you've done, how many calories you burned, how long you went for, and it will actually like show you a picture of like what route you went on. So it's pretty cool. Like, it's cool. I definitely like it. It's a cool app to have for sure. And then I have the Health app, which like I don't think I've ever used. The Wallet app, which I think I have like my debit card saved on there, but I feel like I really don't use it ever. I have the Southwest app because whenever I fly, which isn't a lot, but maybe like once or twice a year, like, hi, I have no money, so I don't travel, but I use Southwest. I have Yelp, just, I don't know. It's a good app to have. I feel like every time I search on Google for like a place, like Yelp will pop up. And there are times when like I'm like, I don't need the app, like, so I delete it, and then like the thing is through Yelp, so I have to re-download it. So I just have it on here. I have Ticketmaster because that's where I buy all my tickets through. So, you know, when you buy a ticket, it like saves right to the app. So definitely have Ticketmaster. I have Live Nation. I don't know why, because I really don't use them that much. I have Airbnb because I really want to go stay somewhere, but like I just said, I have no money, so I just go on there and look at places, and then I'm like, save them, and then like never end up going. Files, I think that's where like I have my resume on, so I have that on my phone just so like it's convenient and I could just like print it easily. I have Indeed because I feel like I'm always looking for a new job. Hi. I don't know what I want to do with my life. And then I have Venmo because the two people I really only like do like money things with is like my brother and my boyfriend. And like we all have Chase, so we just do like Chase Quick Pay. But my mom had to send me money a couple of weeks ago, and she doesn't bank with Chase, so she ended up doing like Venmo. But I really don't use that one a lot. So yeah, those are all the apps I have on my phone. I feel like all the ones in like the little lifestyle box, like I should just like leave them like out on my phone. But I don't know, I just like having like this one screen where it's just like the one main screen and then just like everything condensed into here. I just like everything very like organized. I feel like there's people's phones that like are unorganized and things are just everywhere, and mine are all in a specific place for like specific reasons. Oh, also I didn't show you at the bottom here, my bottom for messaging, phone, pictures, and podcasts, because that's just convenient like to have at the bottom. Like I'm definitely messaging a lot. I don't really talk on the phone too much, but like if I need to make a call, it just like makes sense to have it next to my messages. Then photos. I feel like a lot of people probably have like camera and photos right next to each other or like in a like folder together, but I don't know, for some reason like it just makes sense to have it there. And then I do listen to podcasts a lot, like on my break at work I'll listen to podcasts, or like sometimes like food shopping, or just like not really when I'm in the car, but I don't know, I do listen to podcasts like a decent amount, so I have that on there. Also, my phone background is like Northern Lights because I want to see them. And then my lock screen is like this picture of Steve Harvey, and it's literally like been my background for like, God, like at least a year, probably like even 2 years. I don't know why, like I think Joey and then my friend Marissa and I were all just hanging out one night, and I don't know what my background even was before this. Like I feel like I would always change it like during the different seasons. So for fall it'd be like different colored leaves, and then for winter it'd be like a snowy like scene. But then I don't know, I was just like, let me find like a funny picture of like Steve Harvey, and then I just like made it my lock screen, and like every time I see it I'm just like I feel like I go out in public and like people see it and they kind of like look at me, but like I don't know, I think it's hilarious and it always makes me smile. So those are the apps I use and why I use them. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.